Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Are you an inspiring entrepreneur? Or maybe you're an entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level. My name is LarryWBrooks, and I am the author of Empowering Quotes for the Entrepreneur in You and The Entrepreneur Code. In these two books, I guarantee you there's success secrets that will take your business to the next level. I personally invite you to visit LarryWBrooks.com. Go under the books link and purchase your signed personal copy from myself. You have a great day and have an awesome 2020.
Pure Hustle. It's not only a clothing brand, but it's a movement. I personally invite you to take a look at shoplwb.com. How do you survive?
Happy Thursday, man. Thanks for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. You can follow me at Prime Real Estate Rick on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate, please visit our website at brooksanddavis.com. I want to wish everyone a happy and joyous New Year's Eve, man. It's a great day. Our New Year's Eve edition of Prime Real Estate Network. And, of course, I'd be apropos and remiss if I did not introduce my co-host, world-renowned traveler, author, entrepreneur, real estate broker, known in the Eastern, Western Hemisphere as the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, what they say? Spokesmodel and cover artist for Pure Hustle brand. Yes, absolutely.
No doubt.
Let's give it up for the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's happening, man?
Hey, man, look, I think that you saved your best for last. I mean, you really killed that introduction versus all of the ones you done dropped this whole 2020, man. What's that all about?
No, my dude, I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's been a great year from a podcasting standpoint. And I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year, man, but I've been reflecting. Okay. You know how, like, always New Year's Eve, you start thinking about the things you did and what you look forward to doing in the next year, man. And I was like, look, man, I said, we done made some huge strides, man. I want to thank everybody for the additional support we've been receiving this year. About it. But most importantly, man, I want to let Larry know that I've noticed the photo shoots he been having, and the way he been styling and profiling the Pure Hustle. So I'm not gonna even sit here and act like, no, my dude, man, you're working out, you're jogging, man, your part-time veganism, man. Look, man, it's working out for you, my dude. So from me to you,
hey, man, you know what? Your thing, my man. Just, I'm gonna turn it into a TikTok guy, man. So I gotta make sure my TikTok.
You and Juju Smith-Schuster, you and Juju.
Hey.
But no, Brooksy, man, this is something else though. But we got to let everybody know about us on Clubhouse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We are there, man. We're going to start doing some back and forths online, man, so you can get more than this banter. You can get it whenever we on Clubhouse, so follow us on Clubhouse if you already on.
As a matter of fact, tonight on Clubhouse, I'll be hosting, along with some other Texas realtors here in the Houston area, we're going to be hosting an event at 6 o'clock. So if you're on Clubhouse, check us out. It's going to be live. Y'all already know how Clubhouse go.
Right. Yeah. So let's get down to business.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
We got family in the business, in the building.
No, see, this is more than family. This is super duper deep, man. You know, a lot of times you work on certain endeavors, and what you hope is that when you get to a certain level and build your platform to a certain space where you're able to get messages out and touch and reach people, man. This is one of those days where I'm glad that me and you have been able to build this platform to the point where we can reach out to all those past, present, and future SFA, lumberjacks, and lady jacks the world over.
That's right.
So without any further ado, I want to introduce the team we have here today, man. close personal friends of ours.
You know, they all right.
Yeah, I mean, esteemed members of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Mu Sigma chapter. So we Platinum Playboy heavy today.
Heavy.
But for today's show, we're here to talk about the SFA, African-American Alumni Association.
Yeah.
These three gentlemen have been instrumental in not only building the organization, but taking it to that next level.
That's right.
So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce first the co-creators of BlacSFA.com and my line brother and my link, my people, Mr. Tony Holmes, Jonathan Cook, and Micah Love. What's going on?
What's going on?
No, see, I need everybody to sit up straight. We want to show off the shirts. No, we got to show off the shirts.
You got to show off the brand.
The BlacSFA.com. No, see, now this is real, though.
Yeah.
Because it's not all the time where we have an opportunity to spotlight organizations like this that's doing such great work while at the same time giving the audience a little bit of a historical perspective.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Love, could you talk a little bit about the African-American Alumni Association at SFA, some of the goals and some of the things that you've presided over in the time that you've been able to lead the organization?
Sure, absolutely. First, I want to thank you all for this opportunity to be here to see this, if anything, passing of the torch, and also just the process that we've gone through. So I really appreciate it.
Because you kind of like a seasoned vet, man. I think we done had you on there like 3 times.
Man, don't count all those times. How many more times next is the thing?
I love it.
So, but just there's been a process.
Right.
And the process started in 2000 when I was an undergrad. And the way I wanted to found this and start this off was I knew how much of a good time we had in college.
Right.
Kicking it. And I didn't want to lose that feeling once I graduated.
Right, that's real.
So I went to the Alumni Association and talked to, some of y'all may know him, his name is Miles McCall.
Mm-hmm.
Great storyteller, but he was over the Alumni Association. And I have a different story on connection with Miles. Which is great, but that's another show. I went to him. I said, "Hey, I want to do a Black alumni charter chapter." Then it was charter chapter, so anybody can have a chapter, such as like the rugby team, track team, whatever you want to do, you can start it.
Oh, wow.
He's like, "Sure, let's do it." But my vision and goal was to just have somewhere where we can come back. So when I graduated, I wanted to have somewhere to come back and have a solidified platform to congregate to every year. And also to tell my friends, hey, y'all, we're going over here because the Alumni Association has set this up for us.
Facts.
Right.
Yep.
So that was my goal. But I didn't know the need for it.
Right.
And not just the need for it within my genre or years I was there, the need for people who graduated in the 60s who were Black.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we had a meeting, homecoming in 2000, in the Twilight Ballroom. Yeah, Twilight Ballroom. And it was like 60 people there that I'd never seen before.
Oh, wow.
Because they were all older graduates.
Yep.
Right.
And they heard about this meeting. And like it was, and when I saw that, that took me back from just the standpoint of trying to figure out how we can get back and just kick it in a more functional way to how it was bigger than that.
Right.
It spanned generations and times. So that was my whole mindset in going forward. So once I realized that, then I saw the purpose was way bigger than just having a good time.
Right.
It was the in the arena of serving others. So where that's when it really, once we started serving others, making scholarships and all that stuff, so where it kind of jumped into a whole different parameter to where everybody knew about the Black alumni or the Black SFA, or it wasn't even Black SFA, it was called the African-American Charter Chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then, which I had no platform or no plan or type of direction I was really going in, but I just saw the needs and I was able to get ahead of it and make that happen. You know, and
Which
I
wasn't a surprise because you was that guy when we was in college, like that always took steps to keep us all together, or to always have something organized where people would come together too. So
and that's the truth, because I've always looked at you from the social perspective as far as alumni. You're that tie that binds, regardless of affiliations, sororities, fraternities. Mike Love was always someone who everybody could reach out to internet work and to put things together. So from that standpoint, man, what you've been able to contribute has been invaluable. And I want to fast forward because this is something that, like you said, you started in 2000, you fast forward 18, 19, 20 years.
Right.
And now there's been a rebranding, a repurpose, a new spotlight. It's almost like having a perfect home in a great neighborhood, and then you put a fresh coat of paint on there.
Yes.
You redo the driveway, and all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, look at the value of the property now.
Right.
So Tony, could you and Cook talk a little bit about BlacSFA.com? What were you gentlemen hoping to accomplish, and what need, you know what I'm saying, what need in that area did you guys notice to make you want to push forward and build this platform?
Yeah. I'll go first. So, I mean, really everything that Micah said, we all, I think, had those same kind of feelings,
Right.
like, when you were SFA lumberjack, especially when you were African-American SFA lumberjack, you know that you kind of are in your own bubble when it
Right.
comes to being on campus. And so as graduates, we both graduated 8 years ago ourselves, and we just kind of felt like, man, well, what we gonna come back to, and where is it, and what we gonna do next?
Right.
And so, I mean, me and Jay Cook kind of similar carried torches that Micah, that y'all described about him, in terms of just trying to be those bridge builders for not only our chapter of Kappa, but also on campus.
Right.
Many organizations we were part of, and different affiliations, and folks as well that we know. And so it kind of just made sense. And the good thing is that it's more than just the two of us. It's four of us that kind of just all had the same kind of mindset. And most importantly, not wanting to discredit or forget any of the history or any of the work that was done before us. That's been like a huge thing we've been trying to instill into anybody that's involved. We ain't just starting this. This is the rebrand.
Appreciate that.
No, because I think, and you gentlemen let me know if you guys agree, but I've always felt like SFA is a hidden gem, especially in the African-American community. From a high school perspective, from a college recruitment perspective, because I know before I actually visited Nacogdoches, SFA, as far as schools around Texas, wasn't super high on my radar, not because of any feelings about it one way or the other, it's because I just didn't know.
No, right.
But, and I always tell people, especially like at our age, and especially people we graduated with have younger children, they starting to grow up, and I'm telling them, don't sleep on SFA. I said, man, it was more than a pleasant surprise.
Right.
Yeah. I say I try not to get too excited about my time there, because I don't want people to feel like their kids can't go there and focus and graduate, man. But if SFA is a school that necessarily wasn't on the top of your list, I tell people, man, go and give it a visit, because you'll be shocked at how much of a good time and well-rounded individuals you'll meet while going
SFA
there.
is not only a school, it's a feeling.
Right.
And you have to spend time there to figure it out. And that's why all of us in this room are giving back and being functional within the realm of SFA, because it was probably one of the most influential part of our lives.
And I want to ask you this, Cook, because I think one of the things that allow you, Tony, and the rest of your team to build the Black SFA brand so quickly and make it so strong so soon is because you guys use your professional experience to help build this. So could you talk about how you bring your marketing expertise and things that you've learned professionally to this platform?
So people like engagement. People want to feel a part. They want to have that feeling. So with any alumni group or any alumni association network, people come to those things because they want to feel the same feeling they felt when they was in undergrad, graduate, when they was on campus. So like you were saying, or Michael was saying, it's a feeling. You don't know SFA until you have experienced SFA.
Right.
So through Black SFA, we want to give people that experience. So for those that have, graduated recently and they want to keep the vibes going, or for those that have been unattached for years, 10 plus, I see us as all being glue guys, right? So like Tony was saying, we were all involved with different organizations. So in order to be the glue, you had to be involved and connect people in different areas. So as us being those glue guys, we're taking those same resources, those same connections that we had when we were on campus and using those to our advantage. Our other brothers, Seville Harris and Dennis Hagens, who are also co-creators of the organization, or the extension of the torch that has been passed from Mike. It's basically, using those resources. At Seville, he still works on campus. He's working with Greek Life and Divine Nine and things like that. So, if we need something, we can reach out to him. Veronica Beavers, who's over the Office of Multicultural Affairs. Like, these people that we have relationships with, that's what make this so great. So, using social media, is just posting those different things. We just came off of a healthy holiday where we talked about mental, physical, and spiritual health and how you can use those to your advantage during the holiday season. So using alumni who have, been a part of the organization or been a part of SFA to talk about their expertise and things that they have accomplished over the years to talk about different topics. So that's what we want to do.
I know. I mean, because that's so important. And I want to make sure we spotlight and highlight all those different things, because those are what it's going to take to get people to engage. And we're going to take a short break, but when I come back, I want to talk to all of you gentlemen about your vision for BlacSFA, your vision for the website, some of the goals that you guys might have short-term and long-term, if y'all don't mind.
Yep, let's get it.
Hey, man, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast this week. We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors, but we'll be right back.
This is Rick Davis, realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area and you find yourself falling in love with a home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed.
Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me at Prime Real Estate Rick on Facebook and Instagram, and you can visit our website at brooksanddavis.com if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in commercial or residential real estate. As always, my co-host is the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's going on, my brother?
Hey man, I'm feeling great right now, because the thing is, I'm on the SFA alumni board. So when I heard about the rebranding of this,
look at you keeping secrets, man. Come on, man. You everywhere, man. Stop.
Hey, I'm just excited. I'm excited about this. I remember watching all the board members' faces and everybody being excited about the launch and the rebrand of this process. So to see all of it coming to fruition and these guys that's backing it is amazing. So
and see, it's deep though, because of course I'm just joking with you. I know that you sit on the board at SFA, but I think our audience might not necessarily take that into account. So I want to ask you this question, because I've never asked you this. What type of pride do you feel sitting on the board at SFA after your undergraduate experience and where we came from as freshmen and coming out of high school?
Yeah, man, it's a big deal, especially where we come from. You know, when we first arrived at SFA, because we was tight knit when we first arrived there, because it wasn't very many of us. And so now to look back and see the legacy that we tread more, because a lot of things that take place at SFA are things that we put in place. Today we have sitting at the table with us the first African-American king at SFA, which is Micah Love. So to have an opportunity of just having him in front of us, and as we continue to talk about the growth and of the new organization or the extension of this organization, the reformat of it, man, I'm excited, man. I just can't wait for these guys to continue to drop access to how you people can get involved with the organization.
Hey, man, if I knew you was going to shout that out, I'd have had some of them Micah Love homecoming king pics on deck. We could have had some of the pictures flashing on the screen. Look, you got them in your phone now.
Come on. Hey, man, that was a
pylon
cover. Man, that was a proud moment, because I remember campaigning with him. You know what I'm saying? Campaigning with him, man, was a big deal. So with that being said, that was exciting. So, but I do let me close out real quick with those of you that are on Facebook, again, we appreciate you. You know that we have a Patreon page. We want you to go there, support us. It allows us to continue to pour into organizations like the SFA Black Alumni that's here today. In addition to that, go check out our YouTube page. Subscribe, like, share. We really could use that following. We want that following to get up so that we can bring you more content and to extend the show too. So if you don't mind, go to that Patreon, as well as go to our YouTube page, Texas Real Estate Network and Prime Real Estate Network, and support us. So we appreciate you. We're closing out with you today, but again, support.
Appreciate you, Brooks, man. I want to introduce the team.
Yeah.
That's putting BlacSFA.com on the map, taking it to the next level, man. Blowing up Stephen F. Awesome State University. Mr. Tony Holmes, Mr. Micah Love, Mr. Jonathan Cook. Thank you, gentlemen, man. One of the cool things that, we've been able to enjoy as SFA graduates in the last 5 years has been the success of the men's basketball team.
Yes.
I think I've been obnoxious online from time to time, especially when we beat Duke last year. I was calling everybody, all my family in North Carolina.
Everybody went crazy,
Boy,
right?
hey, I was calling people that didn't have cable. I'm like, boy, did you hear about what we did, Duke? So I want to ask you, gentlemen, as people who are the connective tissue in the African-American Alumni Association at SFA, how has that helped you reach out to other alumni members and at least spark some conversation to get some interest? And what type of things do you guys see on the horizon for BlacSFA in 2021 that you want to let the audience know about?
Initially, people get excited just by hearing it, just seeing something that is for us, by us, that can continue to be pushed. You know, they get excited off the back. But now it's kind of, we're going into the new year, and now it's time to get engaged. People want to participate, so you know, like the good word says, write the vision and make it plain. So we got together, we wrote the vision, we made it plain, so we set up different committees. And as people join, you go to BlacSFA.com, that's BLACSFA.com. Once you go to BLACSFA.com, you can join. After you join, we'll be pushing out information for people to join committees such as Piney Woods game, homecoming, social media. Maybe you're a graphic artist. Maybe you do some type of marketing or anything like that. Maybe you want to be a part of membership and you want to go out and reach out to folks in your generation and say, hey, you should join. Hey, you should join. Membership equals scholarship. So if everybody does a little, I think this is what Larry was talking about. If everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot. So it's not just on us. It's on everybody. If you went to SFA and you experienced the black culture at SFA, this is for you. And this is a requirement of you. If you love SFA, you bleed purple. You know, if you was at games with your Purple Haze shirt on, with your axe in the air, this is for you.
Absolutely.
So we got to build the bridge, you know, preserve the legacy. So in order to do that, you know, this is what we have to do. So, I mean, we're excited for people to join committees, to get involved and get their input. We don't want to just do stuff just because we want to do it. We want to do things that everybody want to enjoy, everybody wants to be a part of. So that's an opportunity that people will be able to see going forward.
And I want to ask you this, Tony, working with BlacSFA, is that something that current students can get involved with, or is this strictly an alumni thing? Because I think that's something I think would be important to let the current students know. Contribute now and build it for later. Because like when you said something earlier in our first segment saying that you guys graduated almost 10 years ago. That blew my mind. No, I mean, like, for you to think about it, can we even like rationalize that you guys have graduated from school over a decade? And I think those current students, I think they undervalue how quickly that's going to go. So, Tony, could you talk about your vision from that standpoint for BlacSFA and how maybe current students or recent grads can interact with you all and get involved?
Yeah, definitely. Because actually, Rick, we went down, man, like I was telling, we was talking about this the other day. Man, we've been to SFA this year more in this 2020 than we've probably been in the last 5 years. Just going down there. During the pandemic. Going down there, having meetings, going down there, having retreats, meeting, coming together, all these things. And one of the times we went down there, we actually got a chance to meet some of the students that were on campus. They were all in the MCC, Office of Multicultural Affairs, with their mask on, watching a movie. And so Veronica, the director, everybody stop what y'all doing. I need y'all to meet Jonathan Cook, Tony Holmes.
They like, what?
So it's real weird. But anyway, we got a chance to meet some students, and one of the students, her name was Lauren. She was actually the president of the Black Caucus at SFA, which has only been around for a couple years. And man, when we started talking to her about what we were doing, talking to students about the vision, talking to them about the opportunity to get involved with BlacSFA now, and when they graduate, like you're talking about, man, their faces are just lighting up, man. It was literally, this girl literally said, you know, this is exactly what I need, because right now I don't know. I love SFA, but I don't know if SFA love me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. How deep is that, man?
Yeah. And so, I mean, moments like that, you know, just make me think about all the opportunities that we're going to create for these students, and just having that energy, because, man, like you said, we graduated, I'm 8 years, he's 10 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
But the thing is, that's a different energy when you first graduate that you have versus later. So we're going to use some of that younger energy and that younger opportunities of wanting to get involved early before they get too deep off into their careers. We're going to definitely have moments and opportunities for them as well.
When you take a little time, Mike, to reflect on how the African-American Alumni Association has grown over time, and to sit here with us today and see the torch being passed, and the rebrand and the website, what type of emotions do you feel like do you go through when you have some time to reflect on where you guys started, some of the trials and challenges in building, and actually being in a place where you feel like the organization is healthy enough where you can pass something that can actually grow and flourish?
Right. In starting this 20 years, I had the hill to climb from black people asking me this question: why do you want to create your own charter chapter? Why do you want to separate? We fought so hard to fight against segregation. Now you're separating yourselves. But I saw in the opportunity to have an opportunity to invite more black people to the Alumni Association, which is pretty low on the attendance of that. So that's the way I saw the vision for that. Now, when you're saying growing to where I knew kind of what would draw our people to that whole charter chapter and, of course, the Alumni Association. Once we started getting that following, then I was the one pushing people toward the Alumni Association, not to the black alumni, but to the Alumni Association in general.
Right.
To join, to become a part of it. So like Larry, he's now on the board. He's a board member. I was a board member before. Like it's being that glue, as you said before. And as time progressed, like things were expected from, I guess, the audience. Right. Of what's going on, to where, okay, well, the black alumni is going to have something, so let me hit Micah Love, let me call somebody who's going to find it. Let me go on Facebook, or then it was MySpace. Right. We were doing stuff like that on MySpace and getting people to come to different events. But where it's growing now, it's going past what I've imagined. Right.
Social media and it just allows you to open up your scope of vision to just things that you couldn't imagine before.
Absolutely. And these guys, they presented things to me. They did the great respect type thing, coming to me, hey, we want to take this to the next level, which I was more than welcome, because life is taking over for me, as you were saying before, to where I don't have enough time to put into the black
boys alumni. Had to come to Micah Corleone and chop it up with Micah Corleone, man.
Make you an offer you can't refuse.
Right. And they gave me a presentation. I thought I was selling a business to them. Like, they just gave me the PowerPoint. I'm like, man,
it was dope. I mean, it's funny because I had got a couple of messages and I was like, hey, Mike Love. Like, everything that touched my thing, I was sending it straight to Mike Love. I was like, that's the guy you want. You don't, not me. I don't Mike.
But they came with something that was so solid, man. It was like an offer I couldn't refuse.
Stop it.
But it was well needed.
No pun intended.
I've been looking for somebody to pick up the ball and run with it for the past 10 years. We've been doing this for 20 years.
About that. We talked about that.
I wanted to see it survive, but I couldn't. My bandwidth is not that large to do life and also that. Right. And they have a team it's an all-star team right now, man. I just can't. I don't want to imagine how far it's going to go, because it's going to go past that.
Yeah. Right. Shout out to the youth. You know,
yeah,
hey,
come on, man.
Exactly. But I'm here, and also people who are older alumni should be here to support these guys going forward. So they said, if you want to do this, man, whatever you all need me to do, just let me know. I got you.
Hey, man, Cook, man, but please, for our audience, before we sign out, let's tell them how to follow everybody, man, websites, how to join and get interactive, please.
Man, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, BlacSFA, that's BLACSFA, BLACSFA. Go to BlacSFA.com. You can join today. Check out the site. Check out the vision, the mission, some video content pieces that we've already put together and put out. Our holiday health series. We did an interview with Wendy from, not Wendy, Winter from Ready to Love. So she's a former Lady Jack as well. So we were able to talk to Winter. Cool. So Crystal was able to do that interview, Crystal Holmes. So she was able to get that done. And, I mean, we're excited. We want to put out more content. We want people to be involved. Like I said, if you had the black experience at SFA, this is for you. Yes. Join. Membership equals scholarship. We want to keep this thing going. You know, we want to have an abundance of pictures of how it started and how it's going. You know, a lot of things, you know, we may not see that because we go off and we venture off and do other things and we never come back. And let's come back.
And now watch this. Watch me put the pressure on Tony. Tony, will you please shout out everybody who works behind the scenes at BlacSFA? Make sure everybody get their love on wax.
Already.
On wax.
Well,
already.
Well, I'm gonna start with my wife, Crystal Holmes. And, she does a great job working with Jay Cook on all the graphics, website. I mean, anything visual. Both of them together is really ridiculous. Like they got a whole nother. Yeah. And so, you know, obviously Jay Cook, myself, both our wives, Sasha Cook as well, Seville Harris, his wife Ashley Harris, Dennis Hagens, his wife Taylor Hagens, Micah, as you see, has been. I mean, this guy has driven out to NAC. We had to sit down with SFA, a very serious one, where we almost was like, "Hey, is this thing even gonna be able to take place in this time?"
You know, I just wanted to make sure we did that because, of course, we only got so many seats at the table,
Yeah.
so everybody couldn't be here.
Yeah.
Mr. Brooks,
Yes, sir.
what you got cracking New Year's Eve, man, or is that for
Man,
discerning eyes only?
Nah, man. You know, I like bring my New Year's Eve low key working, but I
Right.
might pop out to one of our title companies, Kip Edwards and White Star Title hosting an event, so I'll pop by that early after the Clubhouse event. So again, if you're on Clubhouse, come check us out. Be myself and some other heavy hitters in real estate talking some stuff tonight.
Absolutely, man. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, for holding us down on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
I want to thank Mr. Tony Holmes, Mr. Jonathan Cook with BlacSFA, and I want to thank the Godfather, Micah Love, man, for sitting in with us too, man.
Yeah. My young LB.
Hey,
you know
look,
what I'm saying?
man.
About a couple minutes.
Hey, we got to also shout out Mr. Bob Williams.
Yeah,
we got to shout
absolutely.
out Mr.
You better,
Bob
man.
Williams.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on,
Bob.
no.
Bob sits on the board.
Yeah,
That's
he
SFA
does.
alumni.
I'm going
with
to say,
us.
man, we leave
Thank
no
you,
man
Bob.
behind
Yeah.
out here.
Dr.
Stop.
Fields too.
Okay,
Chief
there it
Diversity
is.
Officer Dr. Fields,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
you know, definitely instrumental in making sure this happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Craig, the leader of the Alumni Association. Yeah,
CT.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody for checking out the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, man. I want to thank everybody who supported us all 2020. We have great content lined up for you 2021. I want everybody to enjoy their New Year's Eve. Be safe, and I'll see you all next Thursday.
And get your vaccines.
Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.